and welcome back to Freedom Planet on Steam. I am One Welsh Sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking on the second zone of the game as Carol the Wildcat. Now, Carol the Wildcat has a completely different playstyle to what we are used to with Lilac. Now, with Lilac, as I said, she's more of a Sonic the Hedgehog dealio with her character. Well, Carol's sort of a mix of Super Mario mixed with Rocket Knight mixed with Mega Man, I suppose, because she's mainly a combat mixed with... She's like a combat sort of focused character with a little bit emphasis more on standard platforming, like you have to wall jump up walls because obviously you don't have the boost ability. And for the most part, she doesn't have many alternate attacks, not as many as Lilac has at least. So when you're using Carol, just press the attack button and you just do a normal swipe. You can swipe extremely rapidly and extremely fast, and it is very, very useful to take down enemies. And whenever you press the special attack button, instead of doing the dragon boost ability, what Carol will do is she'll do a Chun-Li 1,000 legs kick ability that Chun-Li has in the Street Fighter series. So push the attack button, and while you're doing your special attack moves, one thing I should bring up is that you actually have invincibility frames. So whenever you're using these characters and you're in a bit of a pinch, activate the special attack, you know, because you can avoid damage just by using them at the right time. Now, one thing that's unique to Carol is the fact that she can actually turn into a ball and spin down hills and stuff in the same way that Sonic the Hedgehog actually can, which is a bit strange considering she's meant to be the bit of a slower character, but I digress. Anyway, by here we've got... This is basically this second zone of the game is basically filled with a lot of puzzles and a lot of minor platforming challenges. This is probably where the game's difficulty is gonna start to show up properly. Now, for the most part, this game is pretty easy for the first half, but the second half of the game, things will really pick up, and they will pick up quick. And this cute little thing by here, that is an extra life. You pick one up, and boom, your life count goes up yet again. Now, whenever you play as each of these two characters, however, during their story modes, the story modes sort of act in a similar fashion to what the Sonic Adventure modes work, in that each of the characters have their own perspective. So if you play as Carol, you'll be playing the game from her perspective. So a couple of things will change here and there, and we'll get a couple of unique cutscenes depending. Now, these are the red platforms I mentioned beforehand. If you're using Carol, you can actually jump off of them. Doing so will allow you to do some tricksy ninja platforming stuff, and it can actually be quite useful just to get you into a different area of the game. So yeah, you're going to want to make use of them whenever you see them as Carol. And one of the things I gotta say is that I'm going to try and integrate the two story modes as much as I can into each other. So if you guys are watching this LP, you basically get the entire plot from both sides of the story. The only thing you're really missing if you choose one character over the other are probably a couple of exponential lines or something like that. You know, just the exposition lines, I should say, where they tell you, you know, this thing's happened to us in the past, or maybe they'll just go on and some different tangent or something. But you know, it's quite nice. I like it when games do that. Anyway, for this mini boss by here, just go up here, push the block on him. It is an easy mini boss to beat, but that's an easiest way to take him down, because you can take him down in a matter of seconds like that. It's pretty cool. I like it when games give me options like that. What can I say? But yeah, like I said, they have their own unique little twists, and if you're playing as each of these characters, you may also get your own unique stage. Like, every character that's playable in this game, there are more than two characters, but I'm only going to be showing off two characters for the sake of this LP. Every character in this game has their own unique level built specifically around their mechanics, you know? Well, I guess Carol's doesn't, because the level you can get as Carol, you can actually play as the third character we have access to us, but I'm not talking about her just yet. Anyway, this entire sequence by here, if you're playing as Lilac, you can just simply run underneath all this and skip all this platforming and enemies if you want, but come on, this is pretty badass. And one thing I want to talk about right now is the soundtrack. The soundtrack of this game it's godlike. This is one hell of a well-made game soundtrack. And like I said, the gameplay is genius, so this game can pretty much do no wrong. Don't get me wrong, the game has problems, and I'll get to those problems when I get to it. But anyway, that little claw thing, just use the spring to your advantage and hit it whenever you get a chance, and push the giant gem onto the engine, and it'll explode this truck, allowing us to progress further. Now, a couple of other abilities that Carol has I haven't mentioned is if you push the jump button twice, I want to say A button there, push the jump button twice, you can do a little dive ability. Doing this dive ability will, well, you can use it to gain a bit of momentum, I suppose, and if you press the attack button during it, you can actually get a claw swipe that does quite a bit of damage if I remember correctly. You can also do this little jump ability just by holding down and pressing the jump button, and it sort of works like, if anyone's played Sonic Advance, it works kind of like Amy Rose's boost ability in that game, where you just have a little hop just to give yourself a little bit of momentum so you can move forward. So there's that. And also, like I said, you can use your special ability moves to your advantage in order to avoid enemy damage. And during certain bosses in this game, I have to say it's pretty mandatory. Although I have to say, out of the two characters that you do play as, I have to say I do prefer Lilac because of the whole, I don't know, I think her gotta go fast sort of mentality to the way she plays the level sort of fits me more. Because I just tend to be better at playing games like that, I suppose. I'm not very good at being precise. Which you'd know if you watch, well, you will know if you watch my Mario World LP coming out soon. Shameless plug for my own channel. But, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Now, be careful by you, because they are drills, and they will kill you if you get caught with those drills. So, just go as quick as you can, and try not to get hit. And you don't want to go down following the drill, because obviously it's going to lead to a bottomless pit, I think. There's not many bottomless pits in this game, ladies and gentlemen, and to be honest, the game's level design is actually very good. It's like, I would trust the team who made this game's level design to make a Sonic game more so than Dimps, you know? But let's face it, we all know what Dimps is like with the level design. And that's something I almost always do with this. I always go to hit the capsule holding the extra life, but then I run away from the extra life. I'm like, no, I'm too scared. It's a decapitated head following me. Actually, I think I mentioned this before in a different LP, but that's kind of morbid having a decapitated head as an extra life, you know? But anyway, you might be wondering what this giant crystal around my body is. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Magnet Shield. I think that's the official name, I could be wrong. And what essentially it does is, if you hit a yellow crystal, well, I've lost the shield now, but if you hit a yellow crystal, all the gems in the environment will basically hover and gravitate towards you. And no jump! Oh, I shouldn't have jumped, actually. I should have stood still. Oh, for God's sake. This part by here kind of annoyed me, because that's why. But, yeah, all the gems in the environment, when you have a Magnet Shield, will gravitate towards you. And it's very useful just specifically to get hold of extra lives, you know. But anyway, push the switch and go in the doorway. I don't know if you have to push up button to go in the doorway, but I always do just in case. Because you never know, do you? Now these Batgoons by here, they're no threat at all. Just swipe them once and they just go down. And again, I have to say, the music is absolutely phenomenal. Now this by here is, I suppose he's a kind of mini-boss. What you want to do is actually attack the Chaos Emerald. I guess that's what it is. Attack the Chaos Emerald and the skeletons pop up and guard it. He'll attack himself, jump off his back, and then just kick the Chaos Emerald until his body shatters. Go across to the end of the room, hit the switch, and hold down the switch. And what will happen is it'll turn the room bright, it'll turn the lights on. And you need to do this in 2 rooms in order to get through this stage. And this is a level design sort of mentality that happens throughout quite a bit in this game. You know, we'll do something in one room, we go to another room, we do something there, and it'll unlock the doorway for us to progress further. And I don't know, they like that level design sort of idea, and I don't mind it personally because it promotes exploration a bit more. And the level design in this game is very vast. During each of these levels as well, you can also find these little cards, these trading card sort of items that are sort of hidden around. Now, I don't know where they all are. Actually, I don't know where barely any of them are. But if you can get all of them, you can actually view them all in the gallery. I don't know what the point of getting them all other than an achievement on the Steam version is. If you're playing the Wii U version, obviously I don't think there's anything from it.
Spade? What's he doing here?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? That's the Kingdom Stone!
So,
I needed to find my father's killer. Not like a couple traitors like yourselves would care.
I'd rather be called a traitor than a murderer.
Scarves left us no choice.
And you've left me no choice. Still training, I see.
You wanna fight? Come and get it!
I'd love to stay and dance, but Mayor Zhao's got a tight schedule. Besides, if something else is guarding this thing, I'd hate to be around when it wakes up.
You're insane, you know that? You're never gonna get away with it.
We'll see about that.
He'll never make it out.
But we should. Come on!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the second boss fight of the game. And this thing, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit of a nightmare when you're playing as Carol. Now, one thing I want to talk about whenever playing this game, I always have a bit of issue playing as some characters in some levels as opposed to other levels. Like during this playthrough, for example, you're going to see me die a couple of times in the later level as Carol. But at the end credits of the game, because I'm showing up the credits that Lilac gets, they give you a score tally of how many times you die, and you'll see that when I was playing as Lilac, you can see that I had 0 deaths as her on that stage. So certain stages I tend to have an easier time with Lilac, and certain stages I tend to have an easier time with Carol. It all really depends on the level. For the most part though, I'm better off getting through the main stages as Carol, but I'm usually better off at getting through the bosses as Lilac, mainly. Anyway, for this thing by here, this giant praying mantis goon, what he's going to do is he's going to try and attack you with his claws. You need to destroy his arms by using one of your many attacks. If you're playing as Carol, basically you should be using your Chun-Li kick at pretty much all times. After that, then, his head will become vulnerable, and then you will need to hit his eyes when they turn red. After hitting him a couple of times in his eyes, well, you start seeing damage on his eyes, and that's basically an indication that you're doing damage to the boss overall. He gains more and more attacks, including a lot of sonic... He likes to chuck a lot of sonic boom blades at you when he jumps above you, and the hitbox can be quite finicky with his normal attack for there, but for the most part, it is a fairly simple boss fight, and you shouldn't have too much of trouble. I say, but you'll be surprised at how close I come to dying by here, so who am I to talk? Now he gets a lot more aggressive, and his attack pattern becomes a lot more erratic as time goes on in the boss fight, so just continue at it, eventually you'll get him done. And whenever he's jumping from the left to right like this, I advise simply to run to the left and right in the opposite direction he's coming from. So if he's coming from the right, you run right. If he's coming from the left, you run left, you know? And that's usually a pretty safe way to dodge his sonic boom blades. Whenever he does his normal slice attacks, the only bit of advice I can really give you is to stand in the middle of him. I'm not using my own advice right now, but stand in the middle of him. When he swipes, either jump over his blade whenever it's coming towards you, or just stand still and wait for his attack animation to end before you start attacking his arm to destroy it. Which I'm failing to do right now. But it doesn't take that long. It's still one of the easier bosses of the game, although a few kicks later, he is down and out. Alright, second zone complete. Mission complete.
Feel my power! How did I...
Carol! Carol!
I'm over here! You made it out.
Your ear!
It's just a scratch. I'm fine.
Well, we better find Torque and get home so I can patch it up.
Well, this stinks. How are we gonna get more money?
We'll think of something. What I really want to know is why Spade is working for Mayor Zhao.
Buttloads of cash?
Well, Zhao might know something about the assassination, But that still doesn't explain what he needs the stone for. I have a bad feeling about all this. What?
Someone's following us.
What do you mean?
Wait, someone with a shield pulled me out of the cave. It must have been her. Sorry about bouncing on ya. Hello? I'm sorry?
Don't be scared. I promise we'll keep you safe.
Are you a dragon?
Yeah.
Can I touch your hair?
Huh?
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, it's okay. I was just surprised is all. Go ahead. I won't hurt you.
It's like a rope.
Yeah.
Maybe we can be friends.
Sure.
I'm Mila. What's your name?
Lilac.
That's a pretty name.
Thanks. This is my friend Carol.
Hi. So, thanks for saving me back there. But what are you doing all the way out here? I was playing over here, and then those people came. They're not very nice. I'll say.
You know what? You can come to our secret hideout.
What? Really?
Yeah. Nobody knows where it is except us.
That sounds like fun!
The Kingdom Stone has been taken! Your Excellency! By who? Mayor Zhao. His pilgrimage to the temple was a cover-up!
This is troubling. Zhao may be a buffoon, but I never believed he was capable of this.
A pair of youngsters warned us about the attack. I refuse to listen. I have failed you, Magister.
Don't be hard on yourself, General. I would have been just as skeptical. Tell me, who was it that issued this warning?
Something doesn't smell right.
Well, sorry.
You never smell right. I'm referring to those kids. They know something about this. We have to find them.
You sure you don't want to hang out with us?
Thanks, but I have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna try and fix my gadgets.
Fair enough. Just shout if you need anything.
Alright, what are you gonna be up to?
Oh, we should have plenty of things to do, especially with a new girl around.
I'm bored.
How about a movie?
Sure! Why not?
What kind of movies do you like, Mila?
I like being surprised.
All right, I think I have just the thing.
Hey, Lilac.
Hmm?
How come George doesn't want to hang out with us?
He said he had some work to do.
He's probably just scared of getting cooties. Cooties?
Not like a couple traitors like yourselves would care.
Lilac! Tork's I went down there and he said,
Calm down, what is it?
Tork turned into an alien or something.
What?
Just come with me, come on.
I probably had a bad dream.
I'm serious, get up. Come on, get up.
All right, let me get my shoes on.
Torque? It's not what it looks like!
What are you? Give us answers, buddy.
Okay, I'll tell you. But you have to promise to keep it to yourselves.
We promise. Right, Carol?
Right. Pinky swear.
Alright, take a seat. I'm from another world. Actually, I'm part of an alliance between many different worlds. We're called Chasers.
So you're an alien then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Space cooties.
You don't believe me.
Actually, I do.
Really?
They say that a long time ago, dragons came to Avalice and mixed with our ancestors.
And not just ones like Lilac. Huge ones like in the movies.
So I guess it's not much of a stretch for other things to be out there too.
I see.
So, why do a bunch of aliens care about our planet?
The man that wants your kingdom stone isn't from around here either. He calls himself Lord Brevon.
Lord?
Well, he didn't get that name selling cookies. He's dangerous with a capital D. Brevon is the most powerful enemy we've ever faced. Hundreds of worlds destroyed. Thousands of heroes killed or corrupted. Enormous amounts of weapon energy stolen. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. According to our scans, the Kingdom Stone has enough energy to double the size of his army. If he gets it, he'll be unstoppable. I'll try and convince your leaders of his existence, but if I can't get them to help me, if Brevon gets his hands on the Kingdom Stone, then I'll have no choice. I'll have to destroy it.
Destroy it?
You can't be serious!
I'll only destroy it if I have no other choice. I swore to my captain on his dying breath that I would not let Brevon get that stone.
I'm sorry about your captain, but you can't destroy it. In fact, you won't even have to think about it, because I'm going to help you get it back. I don't care how dangerous it is. It's going to take a lot more than robots and aliens to slow a dragon down.
If she's gonna go for it, then I am too. If we can beat up a giant praying mantis thing together, then who knows what else we can do. I wanna come too.
I guess we could let you save Carol's life a few more times.
Hey, yay!
So the three of you are really gonna help me stop him?
Say no more, Team Lilac's got your back. We'll talk about the name later, okay?
I'd be lying if I said I was comfortable with this, but I honestly could use your help. You all know this world better than I do.
So, it's official, right?
More or less. Welcome aboard, ladies.
Yeah! Awesome! Wonderful!
Just remember something really important. Don't talk about our mission unless I say so. We do not want the whole world thinking we're crazy.
Understood.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted.
Yeah, we better get some shut-eye. We've got a big day ahead of us.
Lilac. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. It may interest you to know that the location of the artifact has shifted.
Where?
It's moving toward a densely populated region to the east.
This could work to our advantage. Get me the king's son. Where do your duties lie, Prince?
It is my duty to protect my father's kingdom.
You would sacrifice your very life for the good of this kingdom, wouldn't you?
Yes,
And you would crush all those who threaten its safety.
we must protect it at all costs.
Exactly. The one you call Zhao has taken something very precious. Something that could put your kingdom at risk. You're not going to let him keep it, are you?
Revenge is upon us, my fellow kin. We have confirmed who is responsible for the death of our king, Zhao of Shangmu. His plans to steal our kingdom stone must be stopped. Deploy our Sky Battalion.
Hello? Hey, up and at 'em. We've got adventuring to do.
Oh, 5 more minutes. Ow! Good morning, Carol.
I was wondering when you'd be awake.
You can blame Carol for that. She sleeps for like half a day.
Totally worth it.
Well, anyway, I got a call from that big panda guy I told you about. He's gonna help us.
When is he coming?
Actually, we have to go meet him. He'll be waiting for us north of here.
Perfect. I fixed my radar last night so we can use it to find the meeting point.
Great! Ready, girls?
Aye, aye, Captain. To adventure!
According to the radar, we seem to be at the right location.
I think it's a little off. This way!
She's got a good nose.
I'll say.
Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am General Gong of Shangtu.
It's an honor, General.
The Royal Magister has a proposal. We'd like you to help us get the stone back. It's in the greedy little hands of Mayor Zhao in our neighbor city, Shangmu.
Why do you need our help? Don't you have soldiers and spies and stuff?
We want to try and resolve this thing peacefully if we can, so we're sending a neutral party to negotiate. Given the current state of affairs in Shuigang, they're out of the picture.
So you need us to fly to Shangmu and convince Zhao to give the stone back.
Precisely!
Let's give it a shot.
Right. I assume we'll be taking one of these planes.
Uh-huh. You do know how to fly it.
Of course I do.
Good. When you get there, head straight for the city hall.
Yes, sir.
Hope you're not afraid of heights.
I'll be okay.
You just had to follow me here, didn't you?
How did you know we were coming?
You seemed pretty determined to get that stone back.
So you're the thief Lilac was talking about.
I've been called worse.
Where is it?
I've already finished the job. It's time for my brother to play his hand.
Your brother?
Prince Dale of Shuigang.
Really?
When he finds the man who murdered our father, there will be no mercy for the kingdom responsible.
We know who's responsible.
Nice try.
Will you just hold on a minute and let us explain?
What, so you can throw me off again with your lies? Thanks, but I've had enough.
Everyone, split up! We'll cut him off with a huge shopping mall over there.
Got it!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this part of Reading Plans. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. And when we return next time, we'll take on the third zone of the game, which is probably one of my favourite boss fights of the game, ladies and gentlemen. And it's probably when the game is going to start picking up in the epic factor. So thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Bye!